Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Egld. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, I encourage you to check that out before watching this one so that you have more context. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, jumping into the daily chart. As you can see, we have the same Fibonacci retracement that we've had from the previous update, with the swing high printed November 2021 and the swing low printed in June 2021. Now, as you can see, we are below the first fib level, which is this low. And once you're below that, your technical target is the 1.618, currently sitting at $12.80. That's because after losing the swing low, you typically retrace all the way down to the 1.618 Fibonacci level. Now, from the all-time high price all the way to the 1.618, that would be a 97.7% pullback. Now, from where we are right now, that would be a 64% pullback. And it is quite possible we can get to that target, although that would be a very nasty pullback for Elrond. And at this point, we're sitting at a 94% pullback. So it is possible we could go slightly lower, especially if Bitcoin decides to drop back down to, let's say, $14,000 to $10,000. Altcoins will get destroyed. So be ready with your cash for that particular scenario. Now, removing the larger fib and focusing more on this smaller one that we have. So the smaller one has the swing high in August last year, 2022, and June 2022 as the swing low. And we have already retested the 1.272 at $32.18. And our next target is going to be the 1.618 here at $26. As you can see, we're constantly printing lower highs and lower lows. This was your high, lower high, lower high, lower high, low, lower low, lower low. So every time you're going lower and lower, and this is what happens during a downtrend until that trend is broken. Now, the 1.618 here at $26 could be possible if we do see some bearish events coming in January. But like I said, all these targets, all these levels below, you can just set up multiple buy limit orders just in case you have that capitulation while you're sleeping. If that flash crash occurs and you missed it, well, you didn't capitalize, right? But by having the buy limit orders set up in advance, you are taking advantage of the situation, even when you're not following the markets 24/7. Now, taking a look at this little channel down pattern that we have here, I did say on December 28th, which was the previous update for Elrond, that we are going to be breaking out of this channel down pattern because that's typically what these patterns do. A channel down pattern breaks to the upside, a channel up pattern breaks to the downside. So we did have a very nice trade, or a potential trade here from this low that we printed in December. We were up around about 6%, and I said the 20 EMA on the daily chart would be a nice target for all of us. And obviously, we are going to potentially come back down. I do think we're going to retest the 1.272 level once again. That is at $32.20, and we could go even lower, which is the 1.414, and eventually the 1.618. Now, bringing back the large Fibonacci retracement, I also want to bring your attention to these two trend lines that we have. So as you can see, the 1.272 and the 1.414 fib both have two trend lines, and these trend lines are corresponding with the swing lows that we printed in December 2020 and the high in 2020 December and the low in January 2021. So these trading ranges created this sort of support block that we have here between the 1.272 and the 1.414. So potentially I'm thinking this could be our bear market bottom for Elrond. We come back down, retest this trading range here, and that's our bottom, and then we continue into the next bull market in 2024 and 2025. Until that happens, right, I don't know, right? I can't say what's going to happen in the future. I don't think we're going to be coming back all the way down here below $10. But worst case scenario, $12.80 is going to be our technical target for Elrond. Taking a look at the daily chart on the RSI, as you can see, we have come back down to the support block here in the daily RSI, and we have had a nice break to the upside, and we're once again printing a lower high. The yellow resistance trend line is something that you can target for exits. The white trend line on top of that is another resistance level for you to target, so pay attention to those. And yeah, now we can switch over to the weekly chart on Binance. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. Jumping into the weekly chart, as you can see, we have lost our support block here which was between $45 and $35, and we have opened candles, 2 candles actually below this support block, and now we're coming back up potentially to retest that level as resistance and get sent straight back down. Now, as you can see, the orange trend line is a major resistance trend line that we couldn't break out above and hold it as support. We did have 2 fake outs in October and in December, but we never really held it as support. Now, we could have a similar scenario here where we come back above $36 and then have a move back down below the orange trend line into this support block between $30 and $20, the one that we just discussed on the TradingView chart. And obviously, the worst case scenario is this support block here between $10 and $7.70. But like I said, I don't think we're going to be going that low, but obviously I could be wrong. If we get a lot of bearish news and, you know, for example, Binance explodes and Tether gets destroyed, then of course we can see even lower prices for Elrond, but I'm hoping it doesn't get to that, at least before the next bull market. And taking a look at the weekly chart on the RSI, as you can see, we came all the way below the support level that we had here on the index of 32.4, and now we're having a move to the upside, so you can target the upper resistance level here at the index of 34.3. That's going to be a nice level to take some profits and get out of Elrond if that's what you want to do. Personally, I'm dollar cost averaging and trying to accumulate as many altcoins as I can, good altcoins for that matter, good altcoins that I think will do great in the next bull market. And the major resistance trend line here is going to be the light blue one on top. That's going to be a trend line that I think we might retest sometime in the second quarter of 2023 before having that last capitulation and maybe having that blast off into August 2023 with that fake out. Taking a look at the stochastic on the weekly, we're absolutely oversold, so this is a good buying opportunity. The weekly candle for now is looking good, but like I said, anything that Bitcoin does will affect all the altcoins. But if there are any specific Multiverse X or Elrond news that are coming out, those can pump the price, obviously. But for now, I think this is a perfect opportunity to be dollar cost averaging into Elrond, but obviously don't be a degen, don't go all in. And if I missed out anything important on the chart, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon linked down below in the description. I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.